Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TVGB Black Hole. My name is Jake Saper. I'm one of the editors over at thatvideogameblog.com, and I'm here to show you the games that have fallen into the black hole of Steam, never to be seen again until now. Or at least that's what I usually do on this show, but like last time, we're doing something a little special this time around, and it's not another VR game. This game doesn't quite follow my usual rules. As you can probably tell by the fact that we're currently on a Windows 95, or rather Windows 98 menu, it is not a game on Steam, and it is a game that does have several videos on YouTube, although not that many and no Let's Plays as far as I can tell. So while we start up, a little background. The game we are playing today is a 90s edutainment PC title called Mortimer and the Riddles of the Medallion. It is a game that I played a lot when I was a little kid, and I've had a lot of trouble trying to get running on my computer. I've tried all different types of emulators, virtual machines, getting it to run on Windows proper, using various tricks. Nothing. Finally, today I found a way to make it work, and I figured I'd share it with you because, wow, it doesn't hold up well at all. I mean, it's still as fun as it ever was, more fun than most edutainment games, but, well, you'll see what I mean. With that, let us begin. This is indeed a LucasArts title, and wow, that's too loud. That's way too loud. Okay, I don't know why my computer does that. It doesn't, like, have keeping the volume constant. Here we go, cat and dog chasing each other. Was that supposed to be a meow? That was definitely supposed to be the cat. And these are our two kid protagonists.
Sid, you go in and pull Scat out of there before he chews up poor Waffles.
I can't tell if I like the voice acting for the girl or not. I like the voice acting for the boy, though. Okay.
Hey, where are you going? I'm not waiting for you, Sid. You think about everything too much. No, I don't.
It's weird that she'd be saying that of all things after jumping into a magical new world, that she'd stop to talk about how he thinks about things too much.
Sid, you better come here. I think I found them. You think you found them?
That O seems a little delayed, like he was looking right at them the entire time he was saying that.
Where are we? This doesn't look like Old Man Peterson's yard.
No shit.
Hey, look. It's like a piece
You
of
had like a magical world in your backyard and never
I saw it
noticed?
first. No, you didn't.
You clearly did not, Sid. I'm a random old man who's going to go talk to some small children and send them off on a crazy adventure. You know, that old character trope. He says we must work quickly, but as you're going to hear in the backstory, this is something that's been going on for a while, apparently.
Danger! The animals, they've been physiologically inanematized.
Nobody talks like that.
That means changed into statues.
And I'm pretty sure that isn't quite what that means.
It's like this everywhere. This is
Really, is it like this everywhere?
Mortimer!
That doesn't quite seem right. As you'll see, there's some inconsistencies in the story.
Excuse me? What's a Mortimer? And who are you?
Professor Laszlo is my name, and this is Mortimer. I said, and this is...
Indeed. Bit delayed on the audio. Also, what's with his ears? And his eyes.
Okay, I'm awake. I'm awake.
Here's our wisecracking sidekick character.
Huge French chef
Slash vehicle.
my show off and, what?
That's a nice sound.
What's everybody staring at? You kids aren't gonna tell me I'm the first snail you've ever seen.
Because clearly he's just an ordinary snail, and that's all.
Sally, and this is my friend Sid. I'm much older than he.
Professor Laszlo, where did you dig these kids?
Well, they fell out of a bush, and I figured they were as good as anyone to save the world.
Story of Lodius.
Oh, snap.
And I thought I was having a nightmare.
Do snails usually have teeth?
Lodius,
Or speak English?
apprentice of mine, but late one night,
Apprentice of what? We don't know what you do.
the most precious object he took from me was a rare ancient medallion. Didn't seem like a bad guy. Who would have thought he was a kleptomaniac?
Yeah, kids don't know what that means, Mortimer.
Great power.
I don't think I did.
Use that power to absorb the vitality from the animals of the world, leaving only statues in their place. He couldn't catch up to me though. No way. Not the Sliminator.
Really, a snail was the one animal that escaped.
Lodius created a terrible kingdom for himself. His evil use of the medallion caused him to change.
As you do.
But the medallion was never meant to be used for evil. It exploded, and the boom scattered across the world on a bright wind.
As you do.
Melodious evil kingdom still exists.
So that's what I mean. He says this like it happened a long time ago, but the animals only changed to stone when they went through the magic bush. So is this only an issue in this magical world, or is it literally all over the actual world? That part's not really clear. Nor is it clear where that medallion came from and why it happened to be visible to them now, if this happened a while ago.
Medallion. Now we can begin. Hey, I got you. Ready to rock, Doc. So, who's gonna fly me?
Fly you?
Don't get your shorts in a knot, kid.
I don't think he was,
Very aerodynamic.
and that seems unlikely.
Seen to it that I'm fully rigged with the latest technology.
That I can believe. Don't make that face anymore, Mortimer. That's creepy. Or that one, for that matter. Thanks, game, for the butt jet or the butt propeller.
As many animals as we can. Use your sight to lock onto them, and then my patented revitoscope will restore them back to their old.
Some early CGI for you here.
Got that?
The whole game is early CGI. It's interesting.
Scope the critters. My computer data recorder will scarf up a bunch of information about each one that we can look at whenever we want.
Yay!
Help out. We'll rack up a few glowstones.
Don't ask how, we just will.
I'm a dog. I'm an expert when it comes to
That voice sounds familiar, doesn't it?
and slobbering on my best friend Sid.
I swear I knew that voice actor from somewhere.
Which one of these little goobers do you think has the right stuff?
Neither of them, but since they're the only ones here, I guess I'll choose one of them. You select your character when you first start the game.
It's up to you to rescue the animals and reclaim the medallion.
Sally, you just stand there and
Safety belt.
don't do anything.
Mortimer has been known to fly upside down. Oh, don't need to brag about me, Doc. The kid will find out soon enough. What's the worst thing that could happen?
So you notice how they put him in the flight suit so they could early CG him in there without having to show his face or anything. And how it could be either kid, so they don't have to do two CGI models. Very clever.
I'm sure the evil Lonius will.
What do you mean you hope they make it? Well, Sally, I have a feeling your friend Sid is going to die out there. But who knows? Also, did you notice the Sam and Max reference there? On the Archway of Animals. I forget which one is Sam, which one's... Oh, one. Sorry, I didn't mean to go over the theme song, which is very memorable. Fly the slimy skies indeed. So as you can see, here's our gameplay, and this game is basically a shooter. You're shooting the animals. It's basically a light gun style shooter. On rails, if you prefer. Now the game tells you not to hit the rocks and trees, but I've not noticed any penalty for doing it, so you really can just spam it. So yeah, as you can see, very early CG here. But it holds up, and it's as edutainment games go, it's fun to play because most of it is shooting things. Yes, you're shooting them with a revitoscope, but still you're shooting them. Gee, thanks, Mortimer, you ridiculous, creepy snail guy. I almost called him a slug, which is very similar to a snail, but not quite the same. Baboon, a couple giraffes. Some more baboons. A swarm? Oh no, now we get to actually shoot things. As you can see, the edutainment part of this game is not really the main gameplay. It comes later, as we will hopefully see if we finish this level. And yes, that red alert sound is very annoying, in case you were wondering. Shooting balloons somehow helps us and doesn't kill the people in the balloons, so that's good.
Hey, pool party! Elephants sure know how to have fun. Elephants take a lot of baths, but they don't smell too good.
Thank you for explaining that.
You don't smell too good because you don't have a nose.
Thank you for explaining that. Those were very helpful insights, guys.
Right looks pretty quiet. Left takes us for a spin.
Well, obviously I want to go the quiet route. Nah, let's go for a spin. That's the smart choice, obviously.
Let's go. Whoa, hang on. And if you see anything, scope it.
Got it.
He says exactly the same voice line if you go the other way. I tried. I wanted to make sure this actually worked before I started recording the video. A bunch of animals got caught up in this tornado. I don't know if it's really a good idea to bring them back to life while they're in a tornado, because they're just gonna die from the tornado. Whereas in stone form, they might actually survive. But what do I know? I'm not a magic science fiction snail. Yeah, so don't try not to start flying to any rocks now that we've made it. The mouse sensitivity in this virtual PC is not what I'm used to, so it takes a little getting used to.
My dog scout would never bother you, Jack.
If you say so. Not the place where we saw a ton of baboons otherwise. Elsewhere, rather. I thought that was a giant animal for a second. It is a rock. Alright. If I seem a little distracted, it's because I'm recording this in between job interviews. So, you know, distracting. I have to say, the music's pretty good. Legit. It's one of the standout features of this game. It's the other reason I'm not talking constantly. I want you to be able to hear that. Way down would be like underground. But thanks for trying, Mortimer. You can see why a little boy would like this game, right? Again, you're basically shooting things. And it's totally parent approved. Even the part where you're actually shooting things, because you're shooting them with slime, so it's okay. Little did we know how much children playing with slime would grow. We thought like the Nickelodeon 90s were the top of the slime fad, but nope, we were super wrong. Okay, more shooting these guys. They're a pain in the butt because they're so small. Fortunately, I don't see any penalty for missing, nor do I see any limit to my ammo. Oh, nope, apparently I did actually screw up. Was there like a life bar I wasn't seeing? Alright, let's keep an eye on it this time. I don't see a life bar. Yeah! Alright, that was easier. We can stop with the red alert sound now, guys. Let's go to the gate.
That's the one I would have picked.
We're going in.
Well, duh, that is the entire point of this journey.
Watch out, Mortimer.
We're going inside of a cave, and somehow we ended up here. That would be the medallion piece up there.
Is that Lodius?
Nah, too good looking. It's gotta be one of the gates Professor Laszlo told us about.
Geez, they said he changed, but not into a mountain.
Good morning, Mr. Gigantic Stone Gate, sir. You've got company.
It was the 90s, you know.
Silence, you silly snail.
New music, I like it. He's gonna start singing, isn't he? Yeah, I figured. Gurs? Really? This is the best you could think of? Okay.
Most vampires fear the hot sun's ray, but this one looks for its prey by day.
Most vampires fear the hot sun's ray, but this one looks for its prey by day. So we need to figure out which animal that's referring to. Are there any bats here? None of these animals seem like they would fall under the term vampires. Do they? But let's try. Let's ask him this one how he's special.
I spend most of my time perched on big animals like rhinos and giraffes. I look for blood-sucking ticks.
This is the educational part of the game, as you can see.
So I can get the blood that's in them. Huh? Sorry.
Well, thank you for apologizing. And what are you?
Hello, I'm an oxpecker, also known as a tick bird.
All right. Well, I think we found the answer to our riddle.
Two such attractive names. I'm 7 or 8 inches long, and I'm typically a vampire.
Nice voice on that thing. Wow. For an edutainment game, they do sure give away the answers super easily. I only had to check one animal. Granted, I kind of got lucky, but I also knew that none of these other things could possibly be called vampires. Which a kid might not. I don't know. I do remember it being pretty easy when I was little. Anyway, let's solve the riddle.
I need to answer the riddle.
I require 12 glowstones for each attempt at solving my riddle.
No, again, don't ask why. That's just the rule. It's this guy.
My answer is the oxpecker. The oxpecker drinks the
You know what's funny? Some of these audio clips just trigger my memory immediately. Like, yes, I remember that. Like when he said, my choice is the oxpecker. I just immediately sent a jolt of nostalgia into my face. This whole game is a jolt of nostalgia, though, which is why I'm recording it.
You got it, yeah. You got the right answer. You got it, yeah. A piece of the medallion, yeah.
A piece of the medallion, yeah, is another one.
The timberland is near. Up where the air's on the diet. So thin and oh so clear.
Well, the Timberland, apparently. Oh, it's Lodius. Bum bum bum. Rip-off mirror on the wall. Who's the most ridiculous snail of all?
Salt is a snail's worst enemy. My salt shaker hornets are designed to fizz that sorry slug right.
See, it's not just me confusing him with a slug.
Don't be too smug, Lodi, old boy. They got through that wave of your little buzz boys. I just hope you've got something tougher than that in mind for those two.
Don't worry, mirror. I can handle this. That was weird and random. And now we're in the Timberland. How did we get here? Don't worry about it. We went through a gate, and gates transport you to different parts of the world, apparently. Oh, wow. I think that shell shocks thing on the bottom is the life meter. I'm not going to go through this whole other level, I just wanted to show you a little more of the early 90s CGI, or mid-90s CGI, but you know what I mean, it's early CGI from the 90s. That's like a bird that was flying despite being stone. I'm sure that's a joke that would make sense to some adults in the 90s. I don't think it would ever make sense to any children ever. It doesn't make sense to me, even. Jack Rutkin? I don't know who that is. Maybe you do. Write it in the comments. That's not how the song goes, Mortimer. That's a different song entirely. Eeny, meeny, miny, you didn't tell me anything about them this time, so how should I know?
Hey, look at the geezers.
geysers, Mortimer.
I don't know. They look pretty old to me.
Ha ha ha. On that death, I guess we can call it an episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you can find more contents over at thatvideogameblog.com. As for the question of whether this game deserves to escape the black hole, not the Steam black hole, but the black hole of memory, I would say yes, absolutely. It's a lot of fun for the kids, and it is educational as well. If you are a person with kids who's tech savvy enough to set up a virtual machine and get this game working, I recommend showing it to your kids. It's fun. And they'll learn a thing or two about animals, so what's not to love? On that note, I will leave you. Thank you so much for watching, as always. And again, you can find more content on thatvideogameblog.com.